As the sign of the end of Cold War, the weak Uni-Soviet can't prevent geopolitical shifts, which is the Berlin Wall crumbled on 1989 and followed by Germany reunified in the next year. During the delicate negotiations surrounding German reunification, Uni-Soviet received verbal assurances from Western leaders, including the United States, that NATO would not expand further eastward. With the dissolution of the Warsaw Pact and Uni-Soviet in 1991, Russia, as the successor of Uni-Soviet, believed that NATO's would keep the promise. But what happened? One after another of former Warsaw Pact nations and ex-Soviet states invited and finally joined NATO to Russia's surprise. Why Russia's scare of NATO expansion to the east? What is NATO? NATO is a defensive pact in Europe and America aimed at Uni-Soviet. And remember, Uni-Soviet already dissolved by now. Don't be tricked by defensive word in the alliance. Is NATO purely defensive alliance? You need to check out Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria war. NATO are invasion force. Just imagine you have 10 neighbors and everyone was nice to you before. Suddenly one by one change to scary look person ready with weapon, and they always stare at you. How do you feel? Against this backdrop, the crisis in Ukraine unfolded on 2013, which toppled a pro-Russia president. Russia viewed the Maidan protests as a coup and orchestrated by United States. In response, Russia took decisive action in Crimea, citing historical ties and strategic interests. The annexation of Crimea was portrayed as a defensive move to safeguard Russian interests in the face of perceived Western encroachment. Follow with the conflict in eastern Ukraine, with pro-Russian separatists clashing with Ukrainian forces, further underscored Moscow's fears of Western expansion. Ignoring Russia warning, finally Ukraine began actively pursuing NATO membership on 2017. At June 2021 Brussels summit, NATO leader state, Ukraine will eventually be NATO member. For Russia, this is the last straw of NATO provocation. Maybe some of you has a question. Why Russia pick a fight in Ukraine, not in other nation? This will be your homework. Put a comment if you find the logical answer, and this could be a clue to which country will be the Russian next target. And these same reason will apply to other big power as well. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.